Hey guys, welcome back to Doug's Basement Workshop. Today we are out in the shop. We're in the CNC room. As you can see, I went ahead and finished it. Why did I finish it? You have to go check out videos from my other channel to find that out, but we decided to finish the CNC room before we got monetized, but I still want you guys subscribing to help us get monetized so we can make up for doing the CNC room, for insulating the CNC room early. So, this looks simple. This is a hook. Drill holes. It's made of plywood. I've stained a couple. I'm going to try and grab some pictures. I don't know how many I have left here. My nephew is here and he scooped up a bunch of them because he thought they were really cool. I am drilling these with a countersink and then drilling through because it's plywood and I don't want to split the plywood when I put the screws into them. It's kind of like scatter for your laser. I don't know if you've watched any of my laser videos. I always put scatter on the board, so I will put stars, hearts, moons, and I sell scatter. This is my scatter for plywood out here in the shop. My other scatter item has been the book things. You put your thumb in the thing and you hold the book and it holds the... It's a thing, I guess. So when I started making these, and I was going to spray paint them, but I don't know if you're aware of this. You ever read a spray paint can, but it actually takes 28 days for a spray paint to cure and harden. And obviously, farmer's market, I'm not going to have time for that, even though the shop is heated now. It is just this one room that I have heated. And my heaters out here only maintain a temperature of about 40 degrees overnight, and I get up to about 62, 63 during the day. Could probably push a little bit higher, but all I'm running is 2 milk house heaters and a little radiant heater. The radiator is on overnight, and the 2 milk houses I run during the day when I'm out here. So I can't really run it enough to have spray paint curing out here during the day or overnight. And obviously I don't want to shut down long enough to spray paint and let it sit for 2 or 3 days, even if it was warm enough. I don't really want to have to try to spray paint all this and then wait a month basically for it to dry. So I use just basic food coloring, like I dye my table scatter. Now, when I do table scatter, I actually use unicorn spit. Unicorn spit is an alcohol dye. It's a little more expensive and a little bit more of a mess to work with. I tried out the just plain food coloring on these with a magic eraser, but I buy the cheap generic magic erasers in the big case where you get like 1,000,000 of them. Like 300 or 400 for like 20, 30 bucks. You buy the commercial ones and apply it with that, or you can just dip them and then just lay them on something. But my new scatter for plywood. You've never seen me work with plywood before because I hate plywood. I hate working with it. I hate the smell of it. I hate the splinteriness of it. I hate the finish that I get from it. But I have a problem. I can't buy lumber. I bought 3 cherry trees last year. 1 got milled up and delivered. 2 of them, the sawmill guy ghosted me. Haven't been able to get hold of him. He won't return my phone calls. I can't get lumber. A bunch of the sawmills locally went under during COVID. I used to just buy trees to make it cheaper for me, and I didn't buy just like a couple hundred board feet at a time. I'd buy an entire tree and have them custom mill a tree for me to keep my price of my lumber down, so I could get bulk and make my stuff at a lower overhead cost for me, so I keep my prices down for my customers and make profits easier. That's not happening. I saw a listing on Facebook for 18 and 19 millimeter plywood. It's 4/4, but when I actually measured, it's 18, 19, and 20 millimeter plywood in these big piles. So I went and picked some up. And it's not what's on the walls here. OSB is what I use on the walls, and I got that dirt cheap from a place locally. But this plywood is reclaimed and I've gotten just a ton of it. And it's what I've been using to do the French cleats in the walls and the French cleat racks. And we're going to do a video discussing that. I am now desperately trying to figure out what to do about new products for the farmers market, for my business. If I can't get lumber, or can't get lumber at the prices I've been getting lumber at. So we're going to be doing some experimenting with new products, new product lines, new product materials, and trying to do some experimenting with plywood on the channel for a little while. So if you'd like to experiment with that with me, just to let you know, we're going to be seeing a lot of plywood stuff. I still do have the top of the barn, still got, a couple years of wood up there that I bought in the past and it's been drying. So I do still have a small supply of hardwoods for, like my spoons, the products that I can't get away with plywood for. But I'm going to need some more lumber, obviously, and I just do not have enough to go past maybe a year or two if I can't start getting lumber soon. So we're going to do some experimenting with plywoods and other types of lumbers here in the business and the CNC room. And as you may have heard me talk about before, we're down to one CNC machine, the Shapeoku 3. Needed to have the Z-axis replaced, and the gantry was just starting to have too many issues. And instead of upgrading the Z-axis gantry for the 3, I went ahead and bought the air-cooled spindle, the middle grade between the water-cooled and the palm router for my Shapeoku. I'll put a picture. Boop! And I got that, and I started running it in the last couple of days, and my feeds and speeds are... It makes me nervous watching it move. I've never had my machine going this fast, and my palm router would have vibrated apart, snapped the bit. It would have made such horrible noises that I would have been having a conniption and slowing it down. I am easily running over 1,000 millimeters a minute. I was up to 1,300 millimeters a minute through plywood at 2 millimeters deep. Plunging at 450 with not even caring a bit about anything, and a 4-day-old 1/4-inch bit, and the CNC machine didn't even bat an eye. And the noise difference, oh my sweet goodness. It's quieter than a blender. It's quieter than... I could sit here and shoot video with it running, and you would think I had a heater running in the background. It is amazing to stand in the room with this thing running. I love it. It's definitely been a game changer, and I'm very excited to see what's going to happen, because my time changes on stuff have been amazing. I'm actually having problems getting stuff ready to go in the machine fast enough. I'm used to having a lot more messing around time between switching projects out, and now I'm finding that I have to kind of keep hustling to get materials to go into the CNC machine to keep it going, which is a great problem, and I'm loving that problem. I kind of feel like I did when I was running 2 machines at the same time and having materials going into both machines. So it's a great problem to have. I'm not complaining. So definitely be doing some talking about the new spindle, the great speeds, the great power that I have with this spindle. Far exceeds what the other spindle could do. So I'm very excited about that part too. All right, guys. So if you've got some ideas and projects for a CNC machine and plywood, or laser stuff, some other cool stuff that I could be adding in. The laser's already quite busy, but the CNC machine is going to have some lag time if I can't get something to put into it material-wise. So if you got some other ideas for materials besides cherry, hardwoods, some of the stuff I can't do it with pine, even though I've got several pine trees milled and sitting in the barn and dry. A lot of my products, I just can't do it out of pine. It's not a popular wood. I'm not going to get the return on my time. I can't can't get the same price for pine that I can for my hardwoods. So some project ideas, guys. Throw me some stuff. Throw me some ideas of what I should be trying out and experimenting with here in my downtime this winter. I could really use some help. Even if you have some other creators, if you're a creator and I think I should go check out your channel, please drop it down below. I will approve every comment of another channel, as long as it is a woodworking channel or something to do with what we're talking about here. All right, thank you guys for stopping in and helping out. I will link to the hooks that I got and the thing. I will message the people on the space where I got those designs and ask them if I can link to them. If not, you're on your own to create your own. All right, thanks for stopping in, guys. Go make some sawdust, have some fun. Drop me some ideas, some links down below. Like I said, I approve everything that is related to plywood, woodworking stuff. If it's, you know, scammy stuff, I'm just going to block it. All right, thanks. I'll see you guys in the next video.